Are we serious right now? What a pathetic showing from that offense tonight. Ranger Suarez, another mediocre start. This team is taking forever to clinch the division. Forever. You cannot play like that and expect to win, especially versus a hot Met team and come playoff time. What a pathetic showing all around.
Now, Broad Street Sports, the best Philly sports podcast.
Are we serious right now? Is that seriously the slop I had to watch tonight? The offense not hitting once again with runners in scoring position. They go cold. Ranger Suarez, another mediocre start. Like, are we serious? We're trying to win a National League East division. We're trying to win the division. And that's the performance you put out. Not only are we fighting for a division, but we're fighting for a number one seed. And now, after that loss tonight, the Dodgers have retaken the first seed in the National League. That was pathetic. And all across the board tonight. The offense, Ranger Suarez, the bullpen, a total slop job tonight. Sloppy. Terrible. I mean, I just don't understand what this team is thinking right now. From all angles, like, what are they thinking? What are they doing? What are they doing? What are they thinking? What is the message that Rob Thompson is telling these guys? Why is it okay? Why is it becoming a common theme for these guys to come out and not hit the ball, not do it, not pitch well? I mean, why is it okay? And it really, Ranger Suarez is really in his own isolation. He's in his own isolation. Why is it okay for this offense to continuously not perform? Every series they have one game where they score a bunch of runs. Every series. The rest of the games in the series, they absolutely shit the bed. And I'm so tired of watching the same thing over and over and over and over again with this offense. God, man. I mean, is it the end of the world? No. But when you have 9 games to play left in the season, let's say I think it's like 9, somewhere around there. When you have 9 games left to play in the season, you have to win 1 game to win the East. You have to win like 4. You have to win like 8 or something to get the first overall seed. And our offense is cold. This is typical from the Phillies, guys. Totally typical. What a joke. What a joke. Man, like this team just, when I sit down and I watch them, you know, they're a good ball club. But you're not going to be able to win a World Series when you cannot hit the ball. And not only can you not hit the ball, but when you finally have guys in scoring position, you definitely don't hit them in. You definitely can't hit the ball. What a disgrace from this offense. Continuous disgrace. This team relies on the home run constantly. But we'll get into the offense a little bit later on. I want to touch on Ranger Suarez. Another mediocre start for Ranger Suarez tonight. Totally mediocre. His velocity is still down. He doesn't look confident. He doesn't look happy out there. Ranger Suarez looks lost. Seriously. And, you know, when you're trying to make a push for the first seed, and not even thinking about that, thinking in the playoffs, Ranger Suarez, he cannot pitch like he is right now in the playoffs. He can't do it. He has to be better, and he hasn't gotten significantly better. He has stayed like a flat line his couple of last recent starts. He hasn't gotten better. His velocity is still down. It's been the same. He doesn't look confident out there. Ranger Suarez, this is not good playoff pitching baseball from Ranger. Like, this is not what I expect out of Ranger. This is not what Ranger is. This is not who Ranger. This is not the Ranger I know. Why is he playing like this? Why? And he had an okay start tonight, but it's not Ranger Suarez that we know. It's not the Ranger Suarez that we need. And quite frankly, Ranger Suarez cannot pitch like this come playoff time. He cannot do it. He can't do it. He could cost the game, man. Playing like that, man. I mean, it's just whatever with Ranger Suarez. It's a continuous thing. I think his arm is. I've said this before. I think his arm is burnt out. I'm ready to jump on the train. The Ranger Suarez's arm is burnt. I'm there. I have to be. He is just. I understand. He just came back from injury, but it's been like 4 or 5 starts since he came back from that injury. He's playing mediocre, and mediocre is not going to cut it come playoff time. It's really not. It's really not, and it's hard to see because Ranger used to be a guy, and it still is a guy, but recently it has been the same. But Ranger used to be a guy that when you saw that he was pitching up against somebody, he was pitching, you thought the Phillies had it. You thought this guy was going to be locked down, bring the electricity, and be lights out. He has not been that recently. Why is he not being the Ranger Suarez that we all know and love? That's a problem. That's a problem. One of your best pitchers on your team, and one of the best pitchers this year, or at least until he got injured. Why is he taking such a slope? Why is he hitting the wall? Why is his velocity down so much? Why does he look clueless when he's pitching? Why? Whatever. Switching to the bullpen. This was the first time I actually saw the bullpen give up free bases. This was the first time the bullpen was walking guys. They were hitting a lot of guys. Kerkering hit 2 guys, or he hit a guy tonight, guy last night. So the bullpen was just they were giving up a lot of free passes tonight. They were allowing a lot of hits, guys stealing bases. This was like the first bullpen job I've seen where I was like, I'm not liking what I'm seeing, especially out of Orion Kerkering. I've praised Orion Kerkering on this podcast, talking to yous. I have praised Orion Kerkering. I've said Orion Kerkering has been great. Orion Kerkering tonight put himself in so many jams. He made a mess for himself tonight, a total mess. Hitting Alonso, giving up walking Marte, then hitting Alonso, giving up a hit to Nimmo. Francisco Alvarez with that big 2 RBI double. And this was the first time tonight where I sat down and I actually watched Orion Kerkering suck. Orion Kerkering sucked tonight. His location wasn't good. His pitch selection was not good. His location, he was all over the place tonight, really. And I was just saying, I was actually going to trust Orion. I was going to trust Kerkering in tough situations, tough spots. And tonight, he kind of proved me wrong. I mean, I'm not like it's not really the end of the world. He's pitched in like 3 straight games, so I mean, it is what it is. But this was the first time where he proved to me that he just proved he didn't look sharp tonight. And it is what shit happens. It happens, but he gave up a lot. He did. He got hit hard. Was not good from him. Jose Ruiz was tonight. He gave up a hit, walked like a guy or 2. He's okay. He was okay. It wasn't the end of the world. Definitely not the Jose Ruiz that he has been recently, that we have seen from Jose Ruiz, but it is what it is. Jose Alvarado only faced 1 guy tonight. It was okay. He got 1 out. He came in, faced the guy, got him right out. It is what it is. Alvarado, I guess Rob is trying to gain his confidence back. Tanner Banks sucked. Tanner Banks sucked too. Tanner Banks walking guys, giving up hits. Just a disgrace from Tanner Banks. I mean, I'm just like, he has had flashes of being pretty good and flashes of pitching well, but he is just, it wasn't his night again tonight from him, and he was walking guys, giving up hits. He gave up a run. So, I mean, as a whole, as a bullpen, the offense had a mediocre to below average night tonight. This was the first time they got actually hit hard and gave up free bases that I actually remember in recent time. Switching to the Phillies offense tonight. What a pathetic and disgraceful showing from the offense. They only got 4 hits tonight. 3 of them being against Sean Manaea. 2 of the 4 hits, 50% of them were homers. What a disgrace! You can't expect to win. You can't expect to win when you only get 4 hits from your offense. I mean, you can't. You can't. The Phillies' top 4 hitters tonight, 1 for 16, and their 1 hit tonight was the Schwarber homer. I don't know what to think about with this offense. Like, what are they doing up there? What are they thinking up there? Crazy. Absolutely abysmal. God, man, whatever. I mean, Schwarber and Castellanos hit the homers tonight. Without them homers, the Phillies would have been absolutely lost in the sauce. They just couldn't get anything going. They tried to jump on Manaea early. It didn't work. Manaea pitched a total gem tonight. Whatever. Harper 0 for 4. He was absolutely non-existent. Harper's been non-existent. Harper is like, I just don't know what is up with Harper. He's trying to do too much. He's trying to be Superman. Instead of getting on base and doing it that way, he's just trying to crank homers. He's just trying too hard. And it's getting really, really, really annoying watching him because he looks clueless. Alec Boehm, after a 4 for 5 game last night, he goes 0 for 4 tonight. Boehm sucked tonight. Absolutely atrocious outing from him. I mean, the offense as a whole, they cannot hit with runners in scoring position. They can't, man. They can't. I saw Brandon Marsh. He came up there in the 8th. Runners in scoring position with 2 outs. He pops up. Brandon Marsh pitch hits and pops up. What are we thinking? What are we doing? Brandon Marsh has sucked so bad this year. He has been terrible. I mean, in that situation, a sac fly does a job, but a pop fly to shortstop does not do anything, man. Anything. Whatever. This Phillies offense has been so cold, doesn't know how to hit with runners in scoring position. They cannot hit like this come playoff time. They will be dismantled. This Phillies offense looks clueless, and it's not just 1 or 2 guys. It's the entire team as a whole. They start the game slow, and then they start to pick up. But by that point, they're in the hole. You know what I mean? They're in the hole. They got to start scoring. This Phillies team cannot think to win a World Series when they can't hit the baseball. Tonight was a prime example. They cannot hit, especially with runners in scoring position. It's hard to watch this team hit. Sometimes they want to hit homers. Sometimes they want to score 10 runs. Sometimes they don't want to score anything. I mean, you can't, like, in a playoff push. In a scenario where the Phillies offense, in a scenario where they have to win 1 game to win the division, they have to win like 8 games to clinch the number 1 seed in the NL. Their offense cannot go cold. Their offense cannot be hitting and playing the way that they are, swinging at pitches in the other batter's box, swinging at pitches that aren't anywhere close. They not even can they not hit with anybody on base. Then when guys actually do get on base, they can't hit again. Prime example, Brandon Marsh, runners on the corners, no outs, bottom at the top of the 8th tonight. He pops up. What is he doing? You know what I mean? Like, these guys as a whole, this offense as a collective unit has been terrible. You can't expect to just hit. They're relying too much on the homers. They're relying too much on home runs and homers from Schwarber and Castellanos, whatever. You cannot play like this come playoff time. You can't. You will lose. Something needs to change in their approach. They're all trying to hit homers instead of getting on base and trying to work magic. It's getting really, really, really annoying to watch this offense, man. They are just they look clueless at the plate, man. Clueless. But the Phillies lose 6-3 to the Mets. Pathetic showing from the offense. Mediocre start from Suarez. Pretty piss poor bullpen job. It is what it is, man. But thank you all for tuning in to the Phillies post-game show. I love and appreciate every single one of you. Thank you all for all the support. Have a good night.